don't know if any of you recognize this chap, Professor Robert Kelly, who is an American political analyst, specialist in South Korea affairs. And this was back in 2017, actually, and he was being interviewed by the BBC. And first of all, his toddler bowled to the room, then his wife, and then his little baby in a stroller. And at the time, most of us were sort of the people that were flexibly working already were sort of horrified. This was our worst dream come true. And the rest of us were sort of thinking how funny and how strange. And then if we fast forward to now, really, you can see that norms have completely shifted. This is the front page of the New Yorker. That was back in 2020, but they were starting to encapsulate what life working from home was like. In other words, perfectly poised from the waist up and chaos surrounding you as you go. And it really shows a sort of set of shifting norms in the pandemic and how quickly it's become everyday life. And it's worth, I think this will be familiar to lots of people now, but at the time, it really wasn't. It's worth talking about the benefits of flex. It's not just about necessity, it's also about working better. And the work I did for my book, I looked at tons of different reports and academic studies. And when you allow workers autonomy over their time, you see that you either get retained or higher productivity. So all those fears about, if I allow working in any flexible way, people will shirk from home. That, in fact, was not proven to be true. In fact, the opposite, as I'll go on to talk about. Retention is higher, so you can cut down on recruitment costs. Staff motivation, engagement. It, of course, in a very pragmatic way, can reduce business costs in terms of real estate and energy. It increases, importantly, it increases the number of women in senior positions and therefore impacts the gender pay gap. And then you can see on the right-hand side, all kinds of different measurements show that impacts employee well-being in a variety of different ways, whether that be, better sleep or better mental health or lower blood pressure even. And the fact is really that regardless of all of this rational, persuasive stuff about flexible working, I think there's also a point where, as I said, the genie is out of the bottle. So this stat is from June 2021 from the IPA. 89% of office workers want to be able to work as many days in the office or remotely as they want. The CIBT campaign, which is about the right to flex, to request flex from day one, is happening right now. And then you've got examples of all these firms which are, I guess, pioneering, but it's becoming completely normalized. Twitter, Spotify, and Dropbox have gone remote first. HSBC is downsizing its real estate by 40%. And Unilever is really saying you can work within a 24-hour commute of the office.